we are in lesson number 4, that is motion and time. I am your science teacher, so keep your textbook ready and open page number 33. Open page number 33 and be ready. So we have completed little part of the lesson. We have discussed about uniform and non-uniform motions, and in motion there are 3 types, that is translatory, rotatory and oscillatory. In the previous video I have given you as a homework of page number 32. So this table I have given you as the homework. Hope you all have done it. Then moving on to the next part, that is page number 32. Now you have done the homework. In all the above cases of motion, do all the points of moving objects move in same direction of motion? Like if soldiers are marching in the field, the soldiers are going to move in one direction, and whenever we are bicycling also we will move in one direction. And if we see a needle, okay, a needle which is there to the sewing machine, it's going to move up and down, up and down. And if you see the like pendulum of a pendulum clock, it's going to give a to and fro, to and fro. So these type of movements are there. So if you see a running race along a track, so if this is the ground, there will be a track like this. So once a person starts, then if they may take a 5 rounds. Okay, sometimes there may be 3 rounds or 5 rounds. So once they start here, they make a round, then again come back and make a round. Like this 3 rounds they are going to make. And the movement of bicycle is uneven, then race along a track on a ground. So a stone which is dropped from a height, again it's not going to go back. So these are the things which we have observed. If all parts of a moving body move in the direction of motion, then the motion is said to be translatory motion. Like in the case of a bus. So here there is a bus. So along with the bus, all parts of the bus are moving, along with the people inside that, the wheel, the steering, the headlight, everything, the wipers, everything is going to move. So if along with the body the remaining parts are also moving, then it is called as translatory motion. It's called as translatory motion. So if all the parts along with the body, if they move, then it is called as translatory motion. Then page number 33. If a body in translatory motion moves along in a straight line, then it is called as rectilinear motion. So translatory motion means along with the body, all the parts of it has to move. Now in this translatory, again there are 2 types, rectilinear and curvilinear. So if they move in a straight line, then we call it as rectilinear. And if they move in a curved path, then curvilinear motion. Okay, so these are the 2 types of motions in translatory. Once again I am telling you, translatory means along with the body the remaining parts also should move. And in rectilinear they move in straight line, and in curvilinear they move in a curved path. So you can see here a car. A car is moving, along with the car everything is moving. Yes, so here it travels in a straight line and in curved line. Then a giant wheel. So in a giant wheel, along with the poles, the chairs, everything is going to move in a circular path. Then a globe. In a globe, only the globe is going to move, but not the remaining parts. Then here a clock. In a clock, only the hands are going to move, but not the remaining part. Before that, we are going to do this activity which is there under the let us do 6. Identify types of motion. We notice every day some motion in rectilinear or curvilinear at a time. Some examples are given below, which is rectilinear we write R, curvilinear we write C, and which is both rectilinear and curvilinear we are going to write RC. So the first one, seconds hand of a watch. Seconds hand of a watch, it is curvilinear, it's going to give a round movement. Then movement of a train on a track. Movement of a train on a track. Sometimes the track will be straight and sometimes it is curved. So it is RC. Then third one, movement of a tape in a tape recorder. Movement of a tape in a tape recorder. So the cassette will be like this, here around and here around. So from here the tape is going to come till here. So here the movement will be circular, here also the movement will be circular, but here the movement is in a straight line. So it is RC. Then fourth one, movement of a needle in a speedometer of a car. So how will the movement of the needle be in a speedometer? That is, we tell now that 50 km speed and 30 km speed. So it is in curved line. So it is C. Then fifth one, movement of a bus on a hill station road. So whenever there is a hill station road, the road will be like this. So here straight lines we can see and curved lines also we can see. So the fifth one is RC. Fifth one is RC. Then motion of a coin in a carom board. How the motion of a coin in a carom board will be? Sometimes it goes in a straight line and sometimes in a curved line. Yes, but most of the time when it hits the ball again it comes back. So it will be mostly in a straight line. So you can write here R. The sixth one is R, rectilinear. Then seventh one, motion of the ball in a pinball. Motion of the ball in a pinball. Sometimes it may be rotatory also. So R, C. Motion of a mango falling from a tree. It is rectilinear. R. So these are the answers. First one is C, then second and third one RC, then fourth one is C, fifth one is RC, sixth one is R, then seventh one is RC and eighth one is R. Then rotatory motion. So with this we have completed translatory motion. Then rotatory motion. Rotatory motion. Observe the following diagrams. So here you can see a spin top and here you can see a ceiling fan. So figure number 16 and figure number 17. Then here a car, a giant wheel, a clock and a globe. So what similarities do you find in all these motions? They rotate in a circular path. So what is the path of motion of each particle of the body that rotates? Spin top, then fan, then wheel of the car in this way, then a clock, it rotates in this way, then a giant wheel also in a circular path and globe in a circular path in this way. So if we observe all these patterns, they are in the circular position. So is there any change in the position of the body while it is in motion? So is there any change in the body when they are in motion? Yes, for few it is there and for few it's not there. Now if you see the tabletop, so top spin, so it's completely moving, all the parts are moving and fan also. So for fan the ceiling is same and only the hands are moving. Okay. Then here if you see along with the car everything is moving and in the wall clock only the hands are moving and the clock remains same. Then in a giant wheel the stands remain same and the wheels and everything they are going to rotate. And in the same way globe also. So the stand remains same and the globe is going to rotate. Let us examine motion of blades of ceiling fan. Consider one blade of the rotating ceiling fan drawn below. While the blade of the fan is moving, the point A, B, C on the blade move to A1, B1, C1 first and then move to A2, B2 and C2 position. Thus, when a fan is in motion, each point on the blade moves in circular path around the center of the fan which is fixed. So here a ceiling fan, the center of the fan is fixed and only the blades are moving. So if you see here A, B, C. And after some time it is C, B, A1. And now again after some time it is C2, B2 and A2. So here the blades are moving. The position of the blade is moving. But the center of the fan is, the ceiling of the fan is remain like that. Here we observe that the position of a fan is not changing, but only the blades of the fan are moving. They are changing the position continuously and moving in a circular path around a fixed point. So this middle point is the fixed point. So on that fixed point they are moving in the circular position. And again from here to here they move in a circular position. The imaginary line passes through the fixed point is called as axis of rotation. So these are the lines which I have drawn. These we call it as imaginary lines. So this we call it as axis of rotation. We call it as axis of rotation. So this type of motion is called as rotatory motion. So this type of motion we call it as rotatory motion, and always in a rotatory motion they move in a circular path. So we call it as rotatory motion. Rotatory motion means that motion of all particles of a moving body following in a circular path with respect to a fixed center or axis of rotation. So in a rotation moment there will be a fixed point. There will be a fixed point and all the other parts are going to give a circular movement. Are all the objects shown in activity 7 in rotatory motion? So here is activity 7. Are they all in the rotatory motion? Yes, they are all in rotatory motion. So here they have given some pictures. You write down in which direction they are moving. Spinning top, it's going to move in this direction. Then globe in this direction. Then fan, in circular path. And the pottery wheel, it's moving in this direction. Okay, so you draw the imaginary line. They told us to draw the imaginary line. Then let us do 9. Take a table tennis ball and keep it on the surface of a table. Push the ball with your fingers and observe its motion. It is in rotatory motion or in translatory motion. So when you push a ball, it's going to move in a straight line. So if this is a table and here is the ball. So when you push the ball, what happens? It moves in a straight line and falls in the hole here. It moves in a straight line and falls in the hole. But if you observe the ball is going to rotate and move in here. It doesn't move same like a duster. See this duster. If I want to move, if I push it, it's going to move in a straight line without changing. But if it is a ball or a chalk, okay, if you take a chalk like this. So whenever we are moving it, so whenever I am pushing it, what happens? It's rolling and moving. So it's moving in a straight line, but the body is rolling in a circular path. So is it rotatory motion or translatory motion? When you push the ball on the surface of the table, it moves from one end to the other end, and all the particles of the ball also move along in the direction of the motion of the ball. Hence, the ball is in translatory motion. Similarly, each particle of the ball moves in circular about a particular line. When the ball rolls on the surface, therefore, it is on the rotatory motion. Thus, in the above example, the ball possesses translatory and rotatory motion. Can you give some more examples of objects having both translatory and rotatory motion? Yes, you can write down here itself down 2 or 3 examples. Just now I told you, a chalk piece rolling on the book. So in this, both translatory and rotatory motion are there. Okay, then let us do number 10. Observe the following motions and of bodies and label them as rotatory, translatory or translatory rotatory. So if you see the first case, the fan. Motion of the blades of ceiling fan. It is rotated, R. Then motion of the arrow from a bow. It moves in a straight line, so it is translated. Then motion of the earth around the sun. The rotation is rotated. Then motion of a drill bit. So whenever we are drilling, it moves in a straight line, but the drill bit is going to rotate in a circular path. So it is TR. Fourth one is TR. And fifth one, motion of wheels of an object. Motion of wheels, they are rotated. So it is R. So this is the activity. Then oscillatory motion. Oscillatory motion. Observe the following pictures and answer the following questions. So here you can see a fan, then a pendulum clock, then a swing and a sieving machine. Okay, so what similarities do you find in the motion of the above given situations? So all these situations, they move in a fixed path. If you take a fan, from one point it starts, makes a round, and again on the same path it's going to make a round continuously. Then if you see a pendulum clock is going to give a to and fro movement in this way. Then if you see a swing also is going to give a to and fro movement. And if you see a needle of a sieving machine, it's going to give up and down, up and down. In this way, the needle is going to move continuously. Are the objects in motion following the same path again and again? Yes. So here if you see, it's going to move again and again in the same path. In this cases also, they are moving in the same path. Is the direction of motion constant? Is the direction of motion constant? Is it remaining the same speed and same like if you see the distance is 1 meter for one pendulum clock for one motion. Again, is it going back for 1 meter and again coming back for 1 meter? Is the distance same? If we critically examine the above mentioned motion, we understand that in each case of the motion, move backward and forward or upward and downward on the either side of a fixed point or a line. For example, the girl on a swing moves backward and forward on either side in the rest position of the swing. Similarly, in other cases also the body is in to and fro motion along the same path of motion. This type of motion we call it as oscillatory. So whenever the motion is similar in the fixed path again and again, if they are moving in the same path, then we call it as oscillatory motion. We call it as oscillatory motion. So here the to and fro motion of an object about a fixed point always following the same path is called as oscillatory. Can you give some more examples? Here it is, you can write 2 or 3 examples. Then here let us do number 11. Identify oscillatory motion among the following and put a tick mark in the bracket. So this will be as your homework. Do page number 36, table 11 in textbook. So from page number 36, table 11, that is through 11. So this we are going to do. So what is oscillatory? If they are going to move in a fixed place again and again, then it is called as oscillatory. So whichever are moving in that direction, you can